Hello and welcome back to Man v Film, and I want to know if there is such a thing as the perfect viewing experience. Something that just fits any genre, something that just fits any kind of mood, and something that always works particularly well for just one setting. Because as I look at my home setup, I'm wondering, what is it that I actually prefer? Now, depending on the movie, I find it kind of fluctuates. You know, if I'm watching something a little bit exploitation, I want to watch it at the comfort of my home. Watching a big budgeted movie, I want to see that in the cinema. Seeing a horror or a comedy, I think works best within a crowd. And we have all these things going on, and I feel like, what is the perfect viewing experience? Because I see a lot of people saying that they're never going back to the cinema. They've got a great setup at home, and I have a fairly decent setup. I'm happy enough with it. It could be better, but it's never going to take away from a perfect viewing experience within a cinema. You know, with a crowd who are with the movie, who are enjoying it, who are hanging on every word, laughing at every moment they should, squirming in their seat at every moment they should, that are being manipulated by the film, and you can feel that palpable atmosphere within the cinema. You can't capture that at home. And yes, there is moments where there's movies I'd rather just watch myself in my house, but there's movies that could really use that grand group of people, the people of strangers, that kind of joint community feeling of watching something really special together. And I feel like cinema is going to be harmed ultimately because of this, you know, because of everybody's got used to sitting at home watching things, happy in their own company, watching something on their fairly large TVs or projectors with great surround sound. And as much as certain audiences can be extremely annoying, it's that interaction that you get with a movie and with people around about you that can just feel and make a movie better. Some of my best experiences have been at the cinema, but checking things out. You know, when I went to see The Force Awakens, I went for the midnight screening. People were there dressed up. There was a lightsaber battle at the front of the cinema. Everybody was just... You could feel it. You could feel that excitement and the rush and everything that was going on, and it was thrilling. It added to the movie. It made the movie better because of it. There's other movies that I've just stumbled across in the cinema where you feel the audience are just being pulled along on this journey which nobody was expecting. One of those titles being The Guest, which is one of my favourite movies this century. A movie that kept changing and moving and going in surprising directions, and you could feel how the audience was swept along with it. You know, opening night, it was a small theatre, it had everyone there, and it just worked like gangbusters. It was amazing. But even going to see movies that I've seen lots of times in my life has rejuvenated my love for a film. I love Tremors. It's one of my favourite movies. A few years ago, I was lucky enough to go to the cinema and see it. And seeing something that I could almost quote word for word felt fresh and new in amongst this packed cinema of people who loved it and people who'd never seen it before, and just going on that experiential train together and just feeling the kind of buzz within the cinema. There are times where it's horrible, where, as I've experienced, someone whipped out an iPad Pro and started playing Angry Birds mid-screening of a movie. Don't worry, I was quick to tell them to turn it off, but you just got to wonder why that happens. If I was to create the perfect viewing for myself, it would be a packed cinema. It would be full of film fans who were there solely for the movie. It would be large, the biggest screen that I could possibly get. It would have the loudest sound system that it could possibly have. It would be a movie that manipulated its audience perfectly, like a conductor at an orchestra that just had us all just loving this film. The darkness offers so much more possibilities. That huge screen is just thrilling. That would be my ideal situation every time. But you can't always get that. And sometimes you have to make the best of it at home. So what is your home setup like? Mine's is I've got two TV areas that you kind of watch movies. I've got one with Dolby Atmos and Vision. It's like a couple of meters from the screen. It's dead on. I try to keep the room as dark as possible, and I just get lost in those kind of movies when it's there. Sometimes I like to get the family in and we'll throw on like an old favourite and just sit there and have some popcorn, chat through the movie, giggle and laugh and have fun like that. What is your ideal home experience as well? I'd love to know all these questions because I'm just nosy in general and I really want to know about your home setups as well. So let me know in the comment box and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.